Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, principal of Simply Improve Health, and I help people to train better and longer, have improved sleep, and enjoy better quality of health using simple, native to the body products and simple techniques. But I'm also the dream detective, and I help people to find the gold in the gobbledygook of their dreams to create the lives they dream of and deserve. This evening, I'm looking at losing your mind in order to regain your senses. And I don't quite mean that in the literal sense, though if we don't follow our hearts, we can often end up developing psychological problems because we're not living in our truth. They talk about tortured geniuses such as I don't know, Van Gogh or Mozart or an Oscar Wilde who, um, through battling with their demons, became creative were because of their demons, they used creativity to try to exercise them. But in the end, they didn't lose enough of their mind to be able to regain their senses. And what I mean exactly by that is that when we are, when we finally find our true purpose in life, whatever that may be, whether it be to be the greatest footballer or to be the greatest writer or dancer, whatever it may be, we, particularly if we are in a position that we're being opposed to when it comes to following our dreams, we actually have to lose our minds in a sense and lose our rational minds about I can't do this and you're not supposed to do that, and you need to lose all of that and in order to be able to regain your senses. And I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about from my own life. I was a banker for 20 years, and yeah, made good money, and I'll have a pension when I retire and all the rest of it. But the thing was, my blood pressure was going up. I really didn't like the people that I was working with. I didn't like the culture of in terms of being in that world of stock brokerage and people who play hard and party hard afterwards. That wasn't me. And it was actually starting to take a toll on my health. I mean, staring at a computer screen, my vision got worse, my blood pressure went up. So, and when I left that job, my vision actually improved and my blood pressure went back to normal. So, but during that process of leaving there and actually discovering my why, my reason for being, has actually forced me to tear up the rule book, turn my life upside down, and go in a completely different direction. But it was the direction I needed to be going in order to feel like a whole person and not like ET. Literally. I've always felt kind of out of sorts and um, doing what everybody was, telling me to do and following the party line. But I was bloody miserable. I hated it. And it was telling on me. And that's when I had to make the decision to lose my rational, a 9 to 5, I've got to do this attitude. I had to lose my mind in order to regain my senses. And I mean that for me is that's a literal thing because it's my intuitive senses that keep me employed now. But what I'm my point is that sometimes we have to just throw out the rules, not listen to conventional wisdom, not do what we're expected or are told to do. And there is a cost to that. I have to admit, it's not easy to go your own way. It's just not. Hi, Karen. It's just not easy to go your own way. And to you have to have a certain amount of inner fiber and inner strength to be able to tell people, hold up the hand and say, I'm not listening. I'm following my own path. And people will say to you, are you out of your freaking mind? Exactly. You have to lose your mind in order to regain your senses. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, people, told me that my idea about having a course on dream interpretation was madness. It was ridiculous. And those were the people that was the closest to me that should have been giving me the support. But I had to lose my mind, lose that, um, narrow way of thinking and saying, yes, this is something that is within me. It's something I desire to do. I would do it 24 hours a day if I could. And I had to lose my mind, change my mind, do something different and unexpected because it was the only way. Hi, Chris. So I would challenge you to think about that. Where in your life are you so locked into following the party line and doing what you're told and following the rules that it's making you miserable? Where in your life is that happening? And if it is happening, why is that happening? Is it because, more than likely, you're not listening to your inner being and not following and speaking your truth? More than likely, that is the case. So I would challenge you to think about the areas in your life where you may need to lose your mind in order to regain your senses and not feel like you're behind the 8 ball all the time because you're out of sync with yourself. Think about that. And so, and if you have any questions about that, about how you could possibly discover where these areas where you're being blocked or you're blocking yourself in a sense, leave a comment, message me. I'm happy to to give you some tips to help you out. But it is very important that, yes, rules are important. They're there for a reason. But sometimes, in order for you to be the person you're meant to be, you have to lose your mind and develop what Buddhists call beginner's mind. Always starting anew, always able to look at something with fresh eyes. When you do that, you start to tap into who you are and what you need to be doing in order to feel peace within yourself and even joy. So think about that. Think about losing your mind somewhere along the way, and regaining your senses, getting back into your body and feeling what is right for you. That's it for me. I hope you found that useful. If you did, send me to make a comment, give me some love hearts or some other emojis, and let me know if you have any questions about how best you can lose your mind to regain your senses. Leave me a message or drop me a comment, and I'll be happy to get in contact with you and see what I can do to help out with that. Thanks once again for watching and listening. Have a great evening and rest of the week, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.